I'm up out here. I'm up out here. I'm up out here in these spiritual streets, y'all. It's crazy because earlier I was this was like last night. I was thinking to myself, like, I don't even consider myself as spiritual anymore. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, to use that word, you know, for the many things that it means, for so many different things that's behind it. Like, I don't consider myself spiritual. I did at one point though, like hella, like, oh, I'm a spiritual this and this and that, because I had to go through that transition, that phase. You know what I'm saying? But like, I really don't feel that anymore. And I just wanted to speak on that. I was thinking about it. Um, it's been a lot of things that's been taking place, of course, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like, you know, we're going through like these real moments, these definite moments. It's like a definite, like, okay, this is what's happening. How am I going to respond? Or how am I responding to myself? What's happening? Like, you know what I'm saying? Really speaking to oneself. I'm most definitely going to give the layout, the overall layout. I do know that I'm a prophetic, you know, I'm very prophetic when it comes to my messages. They're very prophetic, like very, very powerful. And so they do stick out towards future events or future, you know, transparency, future. It's like future, you know what I'm saying? And also present, like, you know what I'm saying? Also present. And if it do have anything to do with the past, it's to remind oneself that these things did happen, and to still be able to embody and feel how it made us feel, made you feel, whatever the case may be, um, so that you can know if it's an alarm that goes off within, to where it's something that needs to be addressed. So it's like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? To a lot of people, to a lot of individuals, I speak foreign. They like, what is she talking about? Where is she going with this? Look, man, I can't feed you. I most definitely ain't chewing your food for you. And I'm sure you wouldn't want me to swallow it for you. You know what I'm saying? Especially not a hungry nigga. So what you see is, it says synchronicities and communication between realms, right? Hi, you guys. I looked up and y'all was just there. If you can't stay, that's fine. You know, I get on live, I go crazy, and then I get off. You know what I'm saying? Every reading is different. But I had seen this, right? And I know that, you know, I mean, you know, shit. Look, at when you are so confident in what it is that you know, it's not a thing that you need to, and I'm seeing this, right? Let me look at y'all. It's not a thing where you need to negotiate or explain or go back and forth with an individual about what you know. When you know something, you're not going to feel the need, the urge, the willingness to, hi, love you too, love you guys, to go back and forth. And because this is an energy that needs that, right? This back and forth thing, this pull and tug thing. Even though that happens, but like, you should have a choice on, and knowing, right, what you're implicating yourself into, what you're diversing in. You know what I'm saying? And so the reason why I'm saying that is because, you guys, it's been a lot of synchronicities. There's been a lot of things that's been happening behind the scenes, that's been showing you, that's been guiding you, that's been safeguarding what needs to be safeguarded, right? And it's a lot of messages from a lot of different readers. And we all are, not all of us, but a lot of us are speaking about the same thing, but in different ways. And that's because every soul understand things on different levels, like their communication, their level of consciousness, grasp things differently. And this is why it's so many of us that has to speak out, that do speak out. So respect your readers, man. You guys, respect the readers, man. You know what I'm saying? Because this is not something that we chose for ourselves. You know what I'm saying? And I say this because even though we chose our life, and I didn't explain this to you guys, like, before you come here, you choose your mother, you choose your father, you choose all that shit, man. All this shit is It's a set up scene. This is where they get movies from. This is where production come from. This is where they, you know what I'm saying? All of that shit come from that, because they set up scenes around us, and it becomes a thing where it becomes almost like a arm or a leg, because some people get so sunk into what, you know, society has created, the structure that society has created, and it just be a thing where it's like a belief system. You know, I feel like we go through things, and each system is supposed to be achieved. Like, you achieve, okay, I achieve knowing, or am I using the right word? Or like, okay, I was a devoted Christian. I grew up in Christianity. Like, I know the Bible front to back, you guys. If I told you guys my story and told you guys, I didn't share that shit with y'all before, how my auntie used to make me read the Bible, because she was like, she still is a devoted. She give all her money to the church. And my auntie got money. She got money. She had money back when I was younger. You know what I'm saying? In the Bay, like, she owned houses that was in different countries, and just from her working at the BART, she worked at the BART. And so, you know, just to get a little bit into that, she was really like, she was giving like so much. And so just that just let you know how high her, you know, her spirituality with Christianity, and how serious she was about it. And I was one of the kids that she felt like, I remember she used to call me the devil child. She's like, that's the devil, that's the devil. But I wasn't a bad kid. I barely spoke. You know, I barely, like, I barely smoked. I am from America. Yes, I'm from the United States. I'm from East Oakland. Um, and so, you know, and she did this. And let me tell you, if any of you guys have experienced, um, you know, abuse from someone in the family, and it was just like something that was very like direct towards you, it was very like intentional, like this individual knew who you were, like, you know what I'm saying, and meaning that this individual actually had connections to who sent you to that family, what portal you came through, and they had an assignment to keep you in that box. It's like a vortex box that I'm seeing. I really do feel like that there is a box that they trap souls in. You know what I'm saying? We have to go back to, remember that movie, was it called The Razor? When it was the box, and it was just different, when it turned, it was different entities in within the, it wasn't nothing nice in them boxes though, because who created the box, it was never meant for nothing nice to be in that box, for you to go through any, you know what I'm saying, for you to have a fulfillful life, for you to know who you are, for you to live how this earthly plane was actually created for, which is created for us to learn, right? But we have entities and energies who came in to dominate the force of us knowing ourselves. It was never supposed to be this hard. You know what I'm saying? It was never supposed to be where we are losing children at the rate that we're losing children. We're losing women at the rate we're losing women. But this is how it happened, right? We can go back and forth about that shit. And see, this is another thing that I'm picking up on too. Moving forward. What are we going to do to move forward? Because we can't change what happened yesterday. We can't change the fact that a motherfucker went postal and took everybody out at the job. We can't change none of that. What we do know is that our awareness need to be up. So what is that letting us know? These are the synchronicities that's going on around us. That's a synchronicity right there. Look at Chicago. Chicago is literally turned upside down. Why? Chicago was under judgment. I'm talking about harsh judgment. Y'all try to say the United States I'm looking, call me slow if you want to. I don't give a fuck. Is Chicago in the United States? I'm sorry, I don't know. Because is Chicago in the United States? Because tell me. Because if Chicago is not in the United States, or even if it is, Chicago and Florida, Minneapolis, oh my goodness, it's some shit going down. They soil is dirty. Like, United States soil is horrible. And when I speak about the soil, I'm talking about the soil that they created for the subconscious of their people. It was never about the people. You guys were nothing to them. You guys are nothing to them. So I don't know why you keep on voting. I don't know why you keep registering. I don't know why you keep on sitting up here telling these motherfuckers all your business when you gotta go get some money to get some help, and why you doing all this extra ass shit. Like, come on, man, just be cool. Play this shit by ear, because they've been playing you. They've been playing, you know, the family structure against one another. Everything was designed for it to do exactly what it did. So even though we have ancestors that was physically here while we were here that played a part in it, and we have ancestors that we don't even know in this lifetime that played a part in it. This is how deep it go, but this is how long that they've been playing in a motherfucker face. Like, how long you gonna let a motherfucker play in your face? How long are you gonna allow a motherfucker to sit here and play in your garden? It's your garden. You see how she looking to the side, right? To get here, it takes for you to know the ins and out of everything and what's going on, and for you not to have a connection to, and for you not to be connected to anything but stand as a leader in your own right, because you are. You have to stand in your own right. You have to know how the codes. It's codes to this shit. Leadership is a code. It's codes behind leadership. You have to know all the codes in order to be a leader. In order for you to have this garden, you could feed many. Those that this resonate with, you could feed thousands just with your breath. And when I say that, it's a trick, because I've been saying that for like the past few days on here. And this is the breath. The breath, that's life. Because without breath, there's no life. When the breath leaves my body, there's nothing more. And when I wasn't aware of that, what consciousness was involved in that breath moving? What consciousness had a connection to that breath? When I was not aware that I had a voice, when I was not aware, you know what I'm saying, that life within me was the reason why this physical body is even able to move, to digress, to make decisions, to do whatever. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, damn, I gotta, hold on, y'all. I gotta, hold up. I gotta use the bathroom. I don't know if I'm gonna come back. I know. Could you give me some cabbage though? Okay, I'm back, y'all. My bad. I had to go get me a coat. It's cold in here. Very, very, very cold. Okay, we're gonna get back to it. So without me, I'm gonna stop running my mouth and get into what I'm on here for, right? So like I said, synchronicity. This synchronicity that I seen, it was so loud. It literally made me very emotional. And so I want to share this with you guys, because I feel like it's going to resonate with a lot of you guys. I want you guys to know that I didn't pull cards these past few days. And when I tell you that this card keeps showing up right here, so this card resonated. If anyone knows what this card means, the death card, it can mean so many different things. I just want you to know that there is so many endings and beginnings that's happening within you and in your life right now. And I'm just um, encouraging you to be open to change, be open to what's being shown to you. You know what I'm saying? Um, because, you know, I've seen, you know, family members that was older than me. They didn't listen to those subtle voices, to the loud voices, or they just kept on fighting with themselves and going against themselves, just all kind of stuff. And I can honestly say that, like, I never seen none of them end up in a situation where it was peaceful, where it was, you know, where they left here and transitioned in peace and without any connections to whatever happened to them, and knowing the truth, knowing that none of these things that physically happened or that traumatized them was an actual thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know exactly how to explain this, but I feel like everybody understands it in their own way. You know, because we allow the things that happen to us as children and as adults and our experiences with people to justify or to linger in our minds about how things are. But really, that's allowing another consciousness to fluctuate your actual conscious. I'm giving that conscious permission to deliberate on what it is that I know, and what, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have to know how to separate yourself. I feel like it's just the death, like, and I feel like a lot of you guys, even me just pulling that card up, Spirit is like, don't say too much, because I want them to use their alchemy. I want them to use their psychic abilities. I want them to use their intuition. You get what I'm saying? Don't tell them like they like, if you don't got it, don't mean that you don't got it. That mean that it's just more time that you need with self, or just experience in life, until you get tired and sick and tired of being sick and tired. So we're gonna get straight into it. To y'all musicians, Nongi. I just had my baby make me some food, y'all. I ain't eating all day. Oh, that's hot. Oh, damn. Okay, so it says, what does it mean when, and this is what this is going to be about, you guys. So I'm just educating y'all on some shit. You know what I'm saying? It says, what does it mean when you frequently see 222, 1212, 44, or 555? Who is trying to reach out to me? And with what message? I'm also picking up on, like, first of all, let me let you guys know, welcome to Ashley Child to Wealth. Anytime you come up in here, you are on a secure line with Source. You are on a secure line with the divine. You know, I used to say prayers at times. I have said prayers in the beginning of these messages. I mean, I just do what I do. I freestyle shit. That's pretty much like, you know, I don't know. It's something about spirit, right? It's something about Source, right? Source, the universe, all of the different elements, where planning, they don't like that kind of planning, where you like planning and you're planning thinking that things are just going to happen when you want it to happen and how you want it to happen. They don't fuck with that. Like, it's not like that. Now, if your intentions are set on a goal, they support that, because now your intentions are set on something, right? You're not all over the place. So that's significant too. Being all over the place. Not having the patience to sit and do things one step at a time, and be patient with yourself and patient with the people around you and all that. That's very significant right now, okay? I feel like things are moving so fast. People are really having to it's like a logic thing. It's like the mind. It's like a systematic. It's like a system that's been created, and I feel like a lot of people are transitioning out of that system. But it just take a lot of willpower to be able to fluctuate out of that system because it moves so fast. It have you moving fast. You just have to be very fucking aware. Anyways, let me just keep going, right? Do not listen to others. This is what this means. This is what all these numbers together mean. It says, do not listen to others. It's better to believe something rather than living your life pointless. It's better to believe something rather than living your life pointless. And it's a trip because it say that, right? I'm going to keep reading though, but it's better to believe something than living your life pointless. That's how a lot of people feel. But I'm going to keep it a stack. If I don't know the fucking truth, and if it's not the truth, then I'd rather not live by it. If that's the only reason why I'm living, then I'd rather transition and go somewhere else to keep it a stack. That's just my personal, you feel me? But it says, and I'm not gonna keep stopping because I need to read through this. Okay, so let me just go. Just listen, you guys. I'm telling you, it's all gonna come together. It's better to believe something rather than living your life pointless, lost, walking around blind and with no direction. And I feel truly sorry for these people. I can't even imagine what they have experienced in their life to the point they said these. This life and universe is bigger than what you think it is. It's bigger than what your parents and teachers taught you. Life existence is not a coincidence. You exist for a reason, and it is not just by a random chance. You can't observe the stars in the night sky and say it is only a collection of gas, matter, and light, because that's what it is, right? That is bullshit and meaningless. Now, this is somebody's opinion. This is an article I'm reading. It's Evelyn's Ethan, or A Collect Crystals. That's her name. And I looked these numbers up, and this is what came up. And I really was intrigued by it, and it really moved my heart. You know what I'm saying? Like, lately, when my heart has been being moved, like when I was on here the other day, like I was picking up on heart complications because my heart literally started moving in a way where it was like, ooh, and I'm like, oh shit. But I had to keep my composure and make sure that I didn't, you feel me? Because I'm sitting up here talking in front of millions of people that's watching me, thousands of people, or whoever. I'm on the internet. So many people that can see this, and so I have to keep it together. But when I tell you, it's just certain things right now that's gonna move your heart. It's gonna move, and you're gonna feel complications within, and it's gonna be uncomfortable. Okay, but when you are in an uncomfortable state, that's when you really know that you're on your journey. Anytime there's comfortability, the cortisones in your brain are being used to manipulate your whole situation. The cortisone and the reptilian essence, right? And the reptilian essence of the brain. And those cortisones are put there by way of trauma, pain, anger, not feeling safe, not feeling protected. You know what I'm saying? Going through the things that you've all went through. We all been through, right? So it says, and then really calmness is what's going to get these things out too as well. Because we have no reason to be in the rat race. We're not in the rat race. We're not even in the horse race, they saying. They like, nah, the stallions that we keep amongst us in this realm that I'm seeing, they don't race. We don't race with people. Okay? So let me keep going. This life and universe is bigger than what you think it is. It's bigger than what your parents and teachers taught you. Life existence is not a coincidence. You exist for a reason, and it is not just by a random chance. You can't observe the stars in the night sky and say it is only a collection of gas, matter, and light. That is bullshit and meaningless. Now, these angle numbers, right? I call them angle numbers because it's different angles, right, of things. numbers does have a meaning and messages. Each ang- each angle numbers or each angle number have their own way to reach out to you. Your spirit guides, guardian angels, your soul tribe, or deceased loved ones is contacting and is trying to tell you something from the spirit realm. Seeing these numbers means that whatever you are currently thinking, doing, or working on is good. Confirmation. Keep doing that and don't give up. You're on the right path, right? And there's so many people that don't want you to feel like you are. There's so many different things that's coming through the pipelines where they're trying to manipulate the energy to make you feel that way without people being around you. So a lot of you guys are like disengaging. A lot of you guys are, isolating yourself, or, you know what I'm saying, just in hermit mode. You guys are, doing your own thing. You like, okay, I just need this time to myself. And I had just wrote some shit down earlier, and I was like, the many voices that you hear, being able to identify these voices. Are you able to identify the voices that you're hearing? Because I'm for sure when you hear some shit, you like, is that me? Or is that God? Or is that da 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 da? We in the season where we're learning these voices right now. Top flight. What I mean by top flight, what I'm saying is that you've made it to a space where this is necessary for you to know moving forward. You need to know the voices, because these voices are the footsteps. These voices are the footsteps. I'm gonna call him back. The fuck? How you hang up? Anyways, these voices are the footsteps in the sand, but they're your footsteps. But it's God speaking through you, to you. Like, God is within you. Like, you are the body. You embody. God damn it. Let me this nigga know. I'm live right now. Can I call you back?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna call you back, all right? Or I'm gonna have your daughter call you on another phone. Okay, sir? Oh damn, he ain't got look fast. All right, whatever. Anyways, but so what was I saying? Let's get to it. Somebody's gonna try to rush you to do something too. I'm picking up on. They want you to hurry up on command when it comes to making a decision or a choice. They don't want to give you the time to do that. I don't know who this is, but we're gonna get into it though, y'all. We're gonna get deep into this shit. And see, it takes time to dig through the layers. Spirit gotta, which is your higher self, has to trust you with this information. So it's like, hold on. I mean, it's kind of like, the thing where it's very like playful energy that I'm picking up on. So a lot of you guys could have been experiencing this, where it's like a lot of playful energy inside of you, and you like, well, shit. People not really grasping. Like, I don't know. I like it though. I like the energy that I'm picking up on. It's good. It's good. So, anyways, it says, okay, where did I end up? It's contacting you and trying to tell you something from the spirit realm. Seeing these numbers means that whatever you are currently thinking, doing, or working on is good. Okay. It say 222 means. And so they're breaking it down for you, right? 222. And a lot of you guys have been seeing 222. So stay with me now. It says 222 means remember what you are pursuing. Stay focused and remember your goal. Keep working for what you want. You're doing amazing and you've done so well so far. And there are people that support you. There are entities, energies, there are worlds that you don't even know about that you've created. And see, people, so many individuals are so small minded, they don't think that they have the ability to create beyond this world, which is crazy to me, because the things that I've seen in my life, I done seen some stuff when my eyes is open. How in the fuck did that show up and appear? Like, I'm gonna tell y'all something, right? When my father passed away, when he transitioned, he I was 9. And I remember I felt something in my body. It's like, like we feel shit or whatever. And I'm sharing this with y'all for a reason. Just listen. So I remember somebody calling the phone, my auntie, right? She called the phone. Her and my mama, like, I don't know what kind of relation. They had a crazy relationship because it was a trip because, like, my auntie, she fucked with bitches that didn't like my mom, but she still fucked with my mom. And I never could understand that. I feel like that's where I got that lingo from. Like, I'm not fucking with somebody that fuck with somebody I don't fuck with. Like, how does that work? And so many times we do that, especially if it's two different family members. Like, you be comfortable, like, okay, well, she gonna keep my secrets, and you think that she more closer than you, but no, this bitch is on the fence. You know what I'm saying? You gotta know a on the fence ass bitch, but you also gotta know when, to keep things safe for yourself, because it's sharks out there. Like, if she's dealing with a shark and the bitch is a shark to you, she could be a sheep to her. They got a different relationship. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, long story short, um, I remember she called my mom, and before she called my mom, no, and I could call my mama right now, y'all, on everything. I'm gonna call her. Let's just see. I'm gonna call my mom because I had a good conversation with my mom earlier, and we talked, and we've been through a lot together. You know what I'm saying? And it's a trip because, like, I'm not in the business of sitting here condemning her for all the shit that she did wrong, or how she didn't handle things. And oh, no, hold on, let me see. I'm trying to see. Let me see if she called me back, because she said, can I call her back? But I'll talk to her this morning or whatever. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Like, when I first started my journey in 2019, I remember going through, and I'm all over the place, but just it's gonna come together. I remember that was like one of the first um, visual outer body uh, scenes that I had. Like, that was one of the first ones, and I seen my mom's life. Like, I literally slipped back and I seen everything. It's like it was all coming at me. I do know that when you are chastened, chastened is in the Bible. Read it. It's in the Bible. Being chastened is in the Bible. And it can mean different things for everyone. For me, being chastened was when source, the higher power, God, came in and started to work on me. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was always working within me. It was always in me, but really started, like, because I needed that. Nobody else was around to get that to me. You know what I'm saying? It's like an ass whooping. It's like let me show your ass something. You know what I'm saying? Um, and so I experienced that. You see, everybody have different visual, different eyes where they see things. Me, I see things where I can see exactly how it's happening, and I can feel exactly how it's happening. And it's so um it's like a personal, like, you could feel it. Like, I don't know. But anyways, long story short, my dad, the night that he passed, my auntie had called and told my mom. I already knew something. I told her, I'm like, because mind you, we right around the corner. Like, I stayed on 9-8 in Oakland, and my dad literally got, assassinated, like, right across. I can't necessarily say, I feel like I heard the gunshots, y'all. I fuck that. I'm gonna be sure with y'all. I heard the fucking gunshots. That's how close it was. And I just knew, I felt everything. So I had went in the bathroom. When she called, she said Isaac got killed. It's crazy because she said Isaac got killed, right? Talking about my dad. She said he got killed, but he had just got killed, to the point to where, bitch, how did you know? Bitch, how did you know that he got killed that fast? Y'all, I can literally count the minutes, count the seconds. It's no way. Of course, she was dealing with somebody, her girlfriend, her friend, that didn't like my mama. You know, the dude, all of this shit, it was connected. It's interconnected, right? So you get what I'm saying, right? I mean, shit. Can't nobody get in trouble now. You feel me? Can't nobody get in trouble. Anyways, and I'm not saying no names. Anyways, so after that had happened, after she had said what she had said to my mom, I went in the bathroom. I had went in the bathroom. And I remember in the bathroom it was a window. It was a mirror. The mirror was right here. And it was one of them bathrooms where like you go in, you walk in, it's long, and then the toilet right here, and then the mirror and the sink right there. And I put this on everything I love, y'all. When I walked in the bathroom, the light was on. I turned the light on. And then I stood in the mirror and I put this on everything I love, y'all. Like, I fainted. I literally fainted. But before I fainted, I remember seeing, and I would never forget this, I remember seeing my dad in the mirror. And I remember seeing his face in the mirror. And I remember the whole room going dark. So the room went dark. His face, I seen it in the mirror. And he was like, tell your mama to get the fuck up. Tell her to get the fuck up and come around the corner. I seen him saying that. When I seen him saying that, or what I thought I seen, I for sure seen that. I for sure seen that shit. I will never forget it. When I seen that shit, I passed out. I was in the bathroom for I don't know how long. All I know is that I woke up and I was in the bed. They had put me in the bed and my mama had called hella people over there. Because I was in between, mind you, the sink right here and then the toilet right here. When you first walk in the bathroom, it's the bathtub, and then it's that small space with them two things right there. It's like a T shaped bathroom. And I was like literally on the side. I remember hitting my head, falling, and everything. I don't remember them picking me up. I don't remember them putting me in the bed. I don't remember any of that. But I do remember him in the mirror, and I remember seeing him in the fucking mirror, y'all. It's crazy, right? So, and I passed out. Shit, my body anatomy couldn't take it. I was young. I think I was like 9 years old. Shit. Come on, I ain't, boy. Don't take my story now. Can't nobody tell it better than me. So look at, so after they got me in the bed and shit though, and I woke up, nobody was in the room with me, y'all. I was in my mom's room. I was in the bed and I remember laying closer to the door. So I was like on the left side of the bed. And I remember opening my eyes and I'm like, where the fuck am I? Because how long was I passed out? Why didn't they take me to the doctor? Why didn't they call the ambulance? Like, what the fuck is going on? It's okay, I'm still here. So I was breathing, you know. This was back then when they was just running amok in Big Mama's house. Anyways, so I'm laying there and I remember for 3 days and 3 nights, probably a little longer than that, I was hallucinating. I don't know if anybody's experienced hallucination or if you know what hallucinating is and you see things and this and that and that. Let me tell you, I'm very clear and know that when I was asleep. I know when I was woken, I was seeing things. I know that they had me in that room, and when I woke up, it was no TV on, it was no lights on, and the door was closed. But I can hear them outside the room talking and all of this about whatever was going on. I really wasn't focused on that. All I know is I looked up and I seen hella, bro, I swear to God, if I can write this, I'm going to show y'all. Because I'm going to write this shit down. Because I ain't motherfucking lying. I don't give a fuck if people think I am. I don't give a fuck. This is my motherfucking story. I'm finna show y'all. I seen, and it's not, I'm not no fucking, you know, where I can just, but I seen things like this, like, and it's like they had wings on them. They had like, it's not like wings. It's like when they was moving around, you could see their energy moving with them. But it could be like in the air. It's like if something is in the air, but it was like kind of this kind of like, I could see this type of kind of movement above me, but it was entities. It was entities though, and but you see how the energy is moving. It's like, so if it move, it still have something coming behind it because the energy don't just go. It lingers. The energy lingers, right? And so, I hate ripping stuff out of my book, and I. So, why was I sharing that with you guys? To let you guys know that we are in a very like you don't know everything about where you are, this world. You know what I'm saying? And I was so young experiencing that. So I experienced death at a young age. So I do have this thing where I may be unaware, maybe, because some people say that to me, like, do you have any emotions? Like, I put this on everything I didn't had, especially the women in the family, like, do you care? And I'm like, yeah, I do care, but it's hard for me to show, because I know, like, I didn't seen that. I know what it is. So it's like at this point, I'm like serious about this shit. I can't necessarily even say so much, okay, I'm serious. It's a part of that. And then what I seen when I know I was woke. And nobody has to believe me. I don't give a fuck. I was a child going through this, going through death. And so in this room, I seen them flying around at the top, and they was flying over me. It was like different entities and things like that. They was trying to scare me. And then when I looked to the side of me, it was this big white dough man sitting on the dresser. I put this on everything I love. Y'all was woke. It was a big white dough man sitting on the dresser. And I looked to the side and I looked at him. And he had all red eyes. His eyes was all red. And then I turned and I just closed my eyes. And I remember now, like, you feel me, throughout my life, it was situations that took place like that. Like, I remember I was in the bed with my nana. And this is my mom's mom. I was in the bed with her. And I remember we was laying so close to each other. And mind you, the relationship between me and her was very strained. It was very, I mean, it was just a situation where sometimes in families, you gotta understand, if you experience, like, abuse, or you experience unfairness and things like that, it's like they don't they think that what they're doing is okay. They're doing the same thing that, and demonstrating the same, you know what I'm saying, type of kind of energy that was demonstrated on them, and if not worse. You know what I'm saying? If they haven't absolutely stepped out of that vortex, then they're most definitely being occupied by an entity or an energy, because this is an infection in the family that's continuing on, and that person, that soul is continuing that on. You know what I'm saying? It's continuing on with that. And so it's I'm not making no excuses for them. I'm not. I still love my grandmother. I love my mom. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, real talk. Like, you feel me? It ain't no, you feel me? Like, it's not no way that I wouldn't give her a peaceful life in her ending days, or in her days up until she leave here, if I had an opportunity to do that. And I do. I ain't gotta have nothing. I can give anybody a peaceful life that I connect with until they leave this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Most definitely, if she accepted that and was, you know what I'm saying, most definitely would do that. I don't care what I went through. I just, that's just me. You know what I'm saying? And I may feel some, but it helped me too get through the things that I feel, to know that these things didn't really happen to me. It was like, what was it 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 was supposed to, what was it supposed to do? What, it's like almost I'm seeing a fabric being knitted and being sewn. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm seeing something being sewn, and it's like I want my shit to be sewn right. Like, I don't even like writing shit if the words ain't spelled right, y'all. And I ain't the best fucking speller. Okay, I can read my ass off though. I can read like a motherfucker, right? And I can spell a little bit, but I can read more. But I love for all my words to be spelled right. And that's probably the perfectionist that's within my soul, my spirit, my body, whatever the case may be. But I just need to know how to read that shit. I need it to be right. You know what I'm saying? So I'm okay with going back. If I make a mistake, I'm okay with going back and saying, okay, let me see, let me deliberate again, let me deliberate again, let me deliberate again. And you know, it just be like that. And then you start being hard on yourself. So, all right, let me go. That happened though. I forgot why I was telling y'all that. I'm on here making combo. Come on, speak. You can do it. Mm-hmm. Let me see. So, anyways, we're gonna go to 12:12 because I read 2:2, and it says 12:12 means that you have the power and skill to control your life. Don't doubt yourself. If you're scared to take that job interview, if you're scared to take that scholarship or whatever it is in life, don't you have the power to do it? 444, right? So if you've been seeing 12, it's really talking about doubt. You doubting yourself. You doubting your ability to move above what it is where you are, or for you to move in a place where people, you already contractually agreed in your mind that what the fuck they think or how they feel, because it's so ingrained in whatever it is that you do. You have to understand where these emotions and shit is coming from. I swear to God, y'all, I've been really picking up on a lot of energy where people really needs one-on-one help with anger management, with emotional intelligence. People really need to go seek that shit out, and they have resources out there, because I didn't got in trouble and I had to go do it. I didn't got in trouble. I didn't slap the bitch. I didn't did all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? And had to go do that shit. You know what I'm saying? And it really did help. It do help. It's so many different programs and resources out there, and I feel like that's why you have to know that you are going to be held accountable, because there are ways to, if listen, look at me. I'm going to leave it right there. Look at me. If I ain't a testament, motherfuckers then gave sermons and ain't been through what I've been through, but they just good talkers. They good insight seers, and they know what to say. You get what I'm saying? A motherfucker that really been in this shit and been, you done got your hands dirty even when you didn't want to. You done did some shit that you didn't want to do, but you had to do it. But how did you do it though? How did you do it? It's not what you do, how you do it. Because a motherfucker can't tell on me. You can't say nothing. Let me keep going. It says 444 means you are loved and supported. It could be someone you know, someone you don't expect. Focus on them. Okay? Surround yourself with positive people. They want to support you. They want to support you and help you with whatever you are doing. 555 means change is coming, so be prepared. This change is good and will lead you to a positive path in life. It could be a leap in your relationship with someone, or a raise in your salary, or a new opportunity. Believe this transition in your life. It's making its way to you. Okay, so it says, whenever you see these numbers, remember your goals. Remember the goodness in your life. Stay focused and work hard, and soon you will reach your goal and the desires and you be satisfied by it and enjoy it. You are loved, very blessed by life, and supported by everyone around you, right? And this is not necessarily meaning the individuals that's around you. I feel like this is more so the energetic field that you've created with around yourself by way of the work that you've done. The souls that's comfortable with coming around you are the souls that's able to come around you because of your frequency, because of what you've done in the elevation of your life. You know what I'm saying? It's like a more of a like non-self, you're not sacrificing yourself, right? And it's souls that never chose to sacrifice themselves. It's souls that chose to say, okay, well, take me out. I'm not finna sit up there. Yeah, I'll go, because I know I'm gonna come back. I'm willing to, yeah, we can go there, because I know that you can't take me from anything. I know that you don't have the power to, and all they could do is take your physical life. You know what I'm saying? Um, what was I at with that? Because that should have made me really, really. Let me see. All right. Hold on, you guys. Yeah, a lot of you guys have a lot of I'm hearing indecisions, a lot of decisions to make. It's coming up. I mean, it already came up. It's like, I don't know. But some people are able to connect to what they connect to and are able to be led and guided by what they're able to be guided by. A lot of you all that's watching me, you already know what's up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I'm finna put some cards though. And I'm getting back on here. I'm staying on here today because I need to. So let me see. Let's do this. Let's do like 2 or 3 spreads on what's been going on and what we've been hearing from that. What that was about. I'm just hearing like spirit, like, okay, do you have fun, enjoy, enjoy, but make sure you get to work. Make sure that you're doing something every day. Make sure you're doing something every day. I said get back to work. Go and get back to work. Make sure you're doing something every day to make tomorrow better, to make your future greater. The number 6 is significant. March 6th can be significant as well. November 6th. So this is Aquarius air. It says journey, healing, moving forward, escape, calmer waters, stability, relief, shelter, shower, protection, and running away. Running away, and guidance. So this is a trip because it's very profound. For whoever I'm speaking to, for whoever this resonate with, you could be like 19, okay? You could even be 16 or 17, right? But this is not for kids. All right, and I'm also picking up on 45 or 42, like that, like or 39, right? You're very popular. You're a popular loner, and your journey has always required you to elevate. Like, it's no way for you to stay in a structure no matter what. Like, and if you do stay in a structure, your uncomfortability is different than others. So you find yourself leaving, you find yourself running from relationship to relationship, or you're just moving around a lot. You know what I'm saying? I feel like this is like a time with this 6. It's like, okay, slow it down. This is your higher self. Slow it down. This is Aquarius energy. This is air. Slow it down. Slow the air down. Like, you have to learn how to operate the energy that's yours. This is your actual, set energy. You know what I'm saying? Also, water is your opposing energy as well. Water. Okay. And a lot of people have came in because they know that you work with that element water so well to taint that water, to create havoc in that water, to drop things in that water. So water is significant. And that's really like where you create it. Like with the air and the water, it's like you go from the air, like, it being in the air, to being able to go into the water and create. Like, you have the rite of passage to do so. A lot of energies don't. A lot of energies can't go just into that because that's not their functionality. But water and air is your functionality. And when we bring fire into that, which that's where we are too right now, some of you guys can have Libra fathers. You can have a father that's a Libra, and you obtain that energy from him. All right? October 9th or August 9th can be significant. I keep hearing popular loner, like you a popular loner. What's going on about you being a loner and being popular? It says childhood memories, selflessness, innocence, yearning, nostalgia, kindness, sharing, family, childness, and immaturity. This is water. I just said that. That's crazy, y'all. Look it, that's water. Scorpio energy. I said that. Again, water, cancer in it. So some of you guys can be a cancer. Listen, let me tell y'all something. When I tell you that you are divinely connected, you are connected, because there is no way that these messages will be coming out this motherfucking clear and this on motherfucking point. Okay? It's like a proper proposal that's coming in because it's just like a little bit that you've done and they want to they want to celebrate what it is that you've done. So some of you guys have went through life, what I'm being shown is that you weren't celebrated. Maybe your birthdays wasn't you know, upheld. Maybe when Christmas came around, you really didn't get no gifts, but everybody else did. I don't know, things like that. It's like you did things that really stuck out, but it went unnoticed. The number 2 is significant as well. 62 could be significant. 6, 7, 8. That's 8. The number 8 is significant. There's a like strong ambience in the air of, oh, you guys are gonna have a lot of individuals coming in to play nice, like make nice, like they need somewhere to come to, they need somewhere to go. All right, they thinking it's gonna be cold because it is getting to that space where we're in December almost, and it's gonna be raining, it's gonna be snowing, that's the weather that they created right for this time. But where you're going to be at, it's going to be sunny, it's going to be nice, and it might be raining all around that motherfucker, but where you're at, the sun is going to be shining bright. And a lot of motherfuckers see this shit, right? But it's also a situation where these are motherfucking agents that's connected to, or that's connected themselves to your bloodline to get information from within you. So your disconnection from this world is very significant. It's your disconnection from this world, the worldly things, the possessions, everything, how you think, what you was brought up on, what you was indoctrinated with, what you seen your mom go through. Just very explanatory type energy. And when I say explanatory, it's explanatory because you've seen it firsthand and you can see past what everybody else see. You can see beyond the veil. You can see these things. And it's not a lot of y'all that can do this. It's not very many of you guys. It's very few. And that's why I've been using that word. The very few of you guys that get this is very few. When they say 144, I feel like the reason why they say that is because 144 is not many. It's not. There's a particular type energy that's coming through too as well. Some of you guys have fathers that's no longer here, that's always been profound and prolific in the spiritual realm. They've always been big. They've always came to fight the same fight. They've always came in to create wealth, health, warmth. They've always came in to create. Some of you guys have fathers that actually love you guys, but the father passed away, like mine, for instance, at a young age. And it was intentionally done. These were intentional situations that happened that was called. It was like, you feel me? Like it was called from it was a shot called. It was a hit. These were hits that was made on the masculine energy, that actually predominantly only is able to commune with the direct divine feminine energy from the depths of the earth. I'm talking about in the core. So we talking about the core of the earth, right? So I'm talking about in the ocean where the only place that this masculine energy is able to, I'm getting these things that's coming through my body, to have direct connection to, it's a plug to plug into, is by way of this masculine energy is the only energy that's able to go into the depths of the ocean like that. Not a man on the earth, not one man on this earth can go there. So they drop bombs on them. They contaminate the ocean and the sea and the soil with the ocean. They contaminate the ocean more than they could contaminate the food that we eat. Ooh, it's gonna be a lot of motherfuckers dying, man. It's gonna be a lot of deaths, man. I'm hearing like November 9th, 2026, 2027. It's like just specific days they showing me. 118 is significant too. 118, you could be seeing 118 or 119. Also, 219. These are years I'm speaking of. These are years that you are connected to. All right? It's a trip because we got 2 and 5. 52 could be significant. 23 can be significant as well. You could be seeing 23. I keep hearing popular loner, popular loner, popular loner. It's somebody that maybe you shouldn't be wanting to connect yourself to. Somebody that you shouldn't be, you know what I'm saying? But Spirit said it's their choice. Like Spirit, like, no, I want to see what they do. I want to see what they do when they think nobody is listening, okay? Because there will be justice. It's crazy. There will be judgment. Judgment and justice came out. Let me just put this down, y'all, for a minute. Libra, air, fire, Pluto. All right? Somebody could be in a Pluto. It says justice, cause, and effect. Equality, truth, consequences, karma, responsibility, integrity, fairness, legal action, and judgment. Okay? That's on judgment. 11. The number 11 is significant. It says rebirth on judgment, renewal, rite of passage, awakening, calling, decision, forgiveness, redemption, and absolution. Okay? It says answering the call to action creates new opportunities. Yes. And then 11, use your intuition to set your moral compass. Use your intuition to set your moral compass. What have you been being shown? What is being shown to you in your outer world? What have you went through in life? Like I just shared with you and deliberated with you with things that happened with me when I was a child. I ain't shared that shit with nobody in so long. But you know, I'm on here. I might as well just put it all out there. Because if I told you some more shit, you're going to think that it's not, you're going to be like, this bitch, what? But I know y'all, that I know that it got to be, let me calm down, that it got to be individuals that didn't experience where it's been things that happen that's, it's like I, on everything, like I know when I'm woke and when I'm asleep. I've always known. Like when I was, and then you guys can go back and look this up. You guys can always go and do your investigation, right? When I was younger, I remember I was like 5 years old and we was in a house. I think I shared this on here before, and I kept seeing this little boy. So I got very familiar with the little boy. He was a spirit. He was a soul. He had set the house on fire. He told me everything that he had done. I had told my mom, I said, Mama, it was a little boy here. It's crazy she not answering the phone, y'all, because I want her, because I'm telling you, I can't, she don't even know I was on call her. Like, I usually don't even do, I mean, I haven't never done nothing like this. Call me, let me call her. Watch this. Hold on. Oh, my goodness. She not answering the phone. That's crazy. But I'm going to call her. But, let me see. Anyways, the little boy, I was seeing him, all right? He was like, it don't matter what his nationality was, but he wasn't like, you know, melanated. Oh, here she go calling me. That's my mama calling me. Look. Hello?
Hello?
Mama?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so I got you on live. You know I be going live. Okay, so I wanted to ask you a couple of things because I was just telling them about, you hear me? Are you comfortable with talking?
About what?
Okay, so I was telling them about, the first thing I was telling them about is when the night my dad had passed. And I was telling them about that. because I'm basically like letting them, like, sharing with them that, it's more to this world than what you think it is. I do know that when I walked in the bathroom after I heard about what happened, but I do know that I was given signs that I knew something had happened with my dad, right?
Mm-hmm.
That night that it happened. And then when I went in the bathroom, I had passed out. Um, I remember waking up and I was in the bed. And I do remember, you guys outside the room, but I do remember seeing different entities flying at the roof in your room, because I was in your room. Remember, I was in your room and I was closer to the bed side. I mean, to the door. Remember, I was
Uh-huh.
closer to the door or whatever. But just to give just like brief synopsis that I guess you would call that I was what is it called damn, I had just said it, y'all. It's crazy because I got her on the phone now and I was calling her and like, but I was what's the word I'm looking for? I can't even think of the word, y'all. It's crazy. I don't know. I think my mom probably like, what the hell? Cause she not my mom is not um you're not gonna she not like used to being out and speaking publicly about certain things that happen within the family. Like, we got a long lineage of powerful energies and entities that's in our family and things of that nature. But we most definitely do connect when we not, you know what I'm saying? So what was the other thing that I was saying? That's crazy how that just kind of like, mommy, you good?
I'm okay.
What's that?
Well,
I was
I'm just
hallucinating.
going
That's what
to the pumpkin patch.
you at the pumpkin patch right now?
No, we back now.
Oh, so I was hallucinating. That's what I was doing. So can you tell them a little bit about when I was hallucinating?
About what?
Like when I was hallucinating when I was in the
You used
room.
to have bloody noses and fevers and stuff.
Yeah.
You used to have really high fevers, but there was nothing wrong with you.
Yeah.
But you, yeah, and then you used to.
But I was talking about like when the hallucination that first started when my dad had, transitioned that night. That's what I was sharing with them, because I was sharing that because I'm like, I know that I was awoke when I seen him in that mirror. I seen him in the mirror and he was like, "Tell your mama to get up. Tell her to come get me." I seen that, and that's when I passed out. Or at least I thought I did. I know when I woke up, I passed out for sure. Because when I woke up, I was in the bed. And then Uncle Kenny and them was over there. And y'all was all in the living room talking. But the door was closed. I had the door closed and the lights was off. The TV was off. Nothing was on in the room. But I seen shit moving around the room. And my eyes was open. And I'm like, this shit is, what the fuck? you know, what would you say, mama, to somebody experiencing that? Like, do you believe that that's something that can actually happen? Do you think that, like, even with you going through what you went through with me, with the experience of me hallucinating, and I hallucinated for a minute after that. Like, I not for long though. I don't think. I don't feel
Well,
like I
yeah,
did.
I believe spirits do come to you. Because I know when your dad died, I was having a full blown conversation with him standing in the hallway. And Bill was like, "Who you talking to?" I said, "Isaac and Dwight." He said, "Where they at?" I said, "Right there."
Right. And so was they physically there though?
They were there. I seen them with
Mm.
my own two eyes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They was there. And I was talking to them, and they was like, "Get up and get away from that can of oil."
Mm-hmm.
Just talking heck a mess, laughing and stuff. Like, wait a minute.
See.
I thought I was tripping.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot.
And so this is the thing that, like, what I'm sharing now is because there's so many people that will label you as crazy or something that's wrong with you. It's very easy to pick up that.
Well, some people do. Yeah, it's just what people believe in and what people don't believe in. If people don't believe in it, yeah, they'll say you crazy, you this and that.
But
And
mama,
she
would you call it a
happens as
belief
well.
or just a person knowing? Like, is it really a belief? Because it's like you believe in Jesus, you believe in, like, you might believe in a way, but when you know something, like, do you feel like it's a difference between believing and knowing?
Yeah. In order to believe, you have to know something, you know.
Mm-hmm. Right. But you can, but some people do stay in a belief, like where I believe, and that's the terminology that they're using. And we do know that words are very powerful. You know that they do create our reality, you know. And when you start knowing it, you not on no belief shit. It's like, no, I know what I seen. I, like you
Right.
say, I know for a fact I was talking to Isaac and Dwight. A motherfucker can't tell you no different.
Right.
Right.
Because I was. I seen it.
Mm-hmm. And I believe you.
That's just like when we was driving from uh, your house,
Mm-hmm.
and they called us and told us Marcus had passed away, and Marcus got shot. And when we got to Davis, you kind of swerved, and you was like, "Mom, you just died."
Mm-hmm. Right. Right. And he
And
had
I was
came to
like,
me.
"Well,
He had came to me and he said, you know, I haven't shared this with anyone, but my mom is here. I'm sure she okay with it. But he was like, sis, man, I'm up out of here. I'm gonna go. I'm like, you just gonna leave me like that? I would never forget. And I remember him telling me to grab my mom's hand. He said, you need to console her. And it's a trip because I couldn't. I didn't know how to. I literally looked at my mom's hand and she probably didn't see me in that moment do that. But he said, you need to make sure you got her. You got to have her. Make sure she good. That's what he said to me. He told me to grab her though. And I'm like, man, you feel me? And that's probably when I fucking drift the car to the side. Like, I'm like, you feel me? And then I felt him. Let me tell y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all something, and I don't know if my mom can if she's experienced this, but I felt his soul leave. I felt his soul pull from my soul. It was like it's almost like
it was like y'all was a one person."
yeah, and then it's almost like it's part of your soul is going too, and it's almost like it's like your breath. So it's heart. It's like a it's a heart complication type feeling. And that's crazy because I said that when I first got on here. I didn't even know I was gonna put her on the phone. I didn't even know she was gonna get on here, but I said that shit. It's a heart complication going on in the very few, which is the collective that I've been picking up on. And the heart complication is us not being right with our what we know, with our hearts. Not being in alignment. And so it's causing a malfunction within the body and the soul. It's a dysfunction that's going on that cannot, it no longer functions in the creation of creators. Let's say that. The creators that have been forgotten about, lost. Their identity has been stolen. I would say, like my mother, I told you guys, I shared this with you guys many a times that when I first started my journey, not even when I first started it, because I started my journey when I was a child, you guys. Since a baby, I've been recording. I've been recording. I'm a recorder. I've been recording since I was a baby. But I remember, um, this shit get deep, man. It do. I do appreciate you for talking too, cause you are on live, mama, and they can't hear you. So I do appreciate you for being open because she's not one to be out there and be online, and she's not. You know what I'm saying? She don't be out there on the computers and Instagram and Facebook. She ain't into none of that. She might have a page or two, but she not. You know what I'm saying? So I do appreciate you for even speaking.
Do you remember when we was living in Union City and you told me somebody burnt up in the house, a little boy and a lady, and I asked the neighbors and they told me yeah. I was like, "Are you fucking serious?"
So it's a trip.
Like, yeah, my little, the little boy, he be in here all the time. Like, Ashley, come on now.
Right. And it's a trip because this is why I called you. I was just telling them about this, mama, but go ahead.
No, I just was telling you.
Yeah.
I think he was about 5.
Yeah.
Maybe 4.
Right. Yeah, and you know, it's a trip because even that situation, I was able to evaluate and see how these how souls that's beyond the physical world interact with individuals, because they didn't like nobody in the house. They didn't, them spirits that was in the house, which was the mother, the grandmother. The grandmother didn't trip off of nothing. She always was like in a rocking chair. She always was in a chair resting. I feel like that's how that happened. Like she was already, in a place where she was in rest mode to move on, spiritually or whatever. But that mama, oh, she would pop through the door. She didn't like nobody. And the son, he just was putting it all out there like, yeah, I was playing with a torch. I set this on fire. And he still was doing it.
And then, remember when all the cabinets came open in the kitchen?
You said what happened?
You remember when all the cabinets came open in the kitchen?
I do. I do.
I was like, oh, I ain't never going back in that room. I didn't even sleep in that room, though. Mm-hmm.
And you stopped sleeping in your room and you started sleeping in the other room, but they came to the other room too. I remember the little boy was under the table lighting a match. He was lighting a match up.
I remember you told me that.
Mm-hmm. And so
it's what he got on. You said a green shirt.
Yeah.
And some shorts. I was looking at you like, okay, it's time for us to go.
Yeah. So, yeah, you guys, this is what I wanted to share with you guys. Mama, I really do appreciate you for being open and doing this. We got to do some more things like this. There's so many people that watch me. I'm so grateful. I didn't got on here and told y'all so many different things and share so many different, parts of my life for me to have my mother. And I told you guys earlier too, I was like, I talked to my mama yesterday and I'm like, we had a good conversation, and that's the direction that we're moving towards. You know what I'm saying? Like for real, because it's a lot of things that my mama can make a decision. Mama, I'm saying this because my mom could not be in my life. She could choose not to be in my life. So no matter how hard or what I ever didn't say it or whatever the case may be, she could choose not to deal with me at all. And clearly, whatever we done been through, it's not that strong to keep us from engaging and building something. So I feel like, we just have to be compassionate with our own hearts and with their hearts as well, and continue to, move forward. And if you can't move forward with a motherfucker, Mama, what would you say? Hold on. What would you say? What would you say about, what would be your advice to those that's not, even with their parents still here or their parents gone, not being able to have like some closure with whatever it is between the parent and the child and moving forward? Like, do you have any like advice for those individuals that may have parents that they weren't able to solve things with, or maybe they wasn't able to ever meet their parents and it's a connection but they don't know where it's coming from, like just different things like that, as far as like the parenting, like, because that's big. Like, people really, like, some people be like, I can't move forward unless I know who my father is. I can't move forward unless I know if my mama, you know what I'm saying? Like,
there's a lot of people like that, and a lot of people are different. They have to, some people have to have closure, and some people really don't. They just go with the flow, And like when my mom passed away, and my dad, I kind of knew. So I already had prepared myself mentally, I prepared myself mentally that I knew that they were gonna go, and I knew,
But was there anything that you needed to know to the point to where it held you back, where it kept you in despair or pain? Yeah.
I'm not the type of person, I don't let death hold me back, because I know it's a better place, and I know for a fact eventually I will see them again.
Right.
I don't. It takes me a minute for it to all build up on me. It might take a week or two. Sometimes it take a month. Because at Marcus' funeral, I didn't cry. At my mom's, I didn't cry. At my dad's, I didn't cry. But I guess when I got by myself and was able to think about it and reminisce on it, then I shedded some tears. I said, but
Yeah.
I can deal with that
Yeah.
because I know something else something else better that they had to go attend to.
Right.
I don't want you to be here in pain and hurting and get shot and can't breathe, can't walk, none of
Yeah.
that stuff. Be a
Yeah.
paraplegic or fruit, a vegetable, or, you know,
Right.
I'd rather you go where you're going to be happy at and move on.
I just caught something in that, like, what you just said. It's like I feel like that. Sometimes I be, you know, like, okay, well, we so different. Like, how do we come together? But I feel like I most definitely can relate to what you're saying when it comes to that. I feel like maybe you were introduced to death at an early age too, as well, like me. And I feel like you were the one that, now me listening to you, like you were the one that I was supposed to go through and be introduced to death, because I was introduced to death at a very early age. You know what I'm saying? So my motor skills when it comes to emotionally being connected to certain situations, it was always, it was always a downside to it to others. They made it like, oh, she crazy. What's wrong with her? She don't got no emotions. She ain't got no feelings. She got this and that. Something wrong with her. And it's not that. It's just like, it's not that it's normal. It's just that I have to, I have to see that when me seeing this shit, I had to come up with something better than what the fuck I was seeing. I had to come up with something. There had to be better results. Like, okay, well, if a motherfucker leave here, then where they going? Is they really leaving? Is it the end of the soul? Is it the end of the night? Is it the end of the dark night of the soul? Like, you know what I'm saying? Is the light completely vanquished and vanished? Is it, you know what I'm saying? Things like that. And I feel like I know for sure now, just us having this conversation, I feel like just, and mama, this is one thing for sure. I'm gonna tell y'all, I love my motherfucking mama, and she know that. I'm telling you, I didn't beat a few of her partners up, and I didn't want to. I'm sorry, I didn't even want to do it. You know what I'm saying? Bitch got to talking shit. I'm like, hold on. I have a lot of people that watch me, so I do appreciate you for getting on here and talking. They most definitely hear everything you're saying. And I know that you guys always wanted to know who my mom is, because I didn't talked about her before on here. So now you see, I'm not telling you guys who her name is, so y'all can go look her up, so y'all can go try to find her. We're not doing that. You guys hear her, and she even spoke on something that the reason why I initially called her, she spoke on that, and I didn't even have to say nothing about the little boy that I was able to, be. And I've checked on him recently too, but I'll tell you all about that later. I checked on him. He has gotten older in soul, but I'm not telling y'all everything, right? He's not that old though. He's not old. He's not as old as the times that went by from it happening. It's a lot that he's had to go through throughout his soul purpose or whatever. Anyways, but I just want to thank you, and shit, I'm gonna call you more often because you the truth, mama. You the truth.
Yeah,
Hold
I
on.
like the line.
I'm gonna tell y'all something. Isaac Elder didn't marry her for no reason. I promise you that. He didn't marry her for no reason. All right. And the reason why I'm saying that is because my father is, it's a situation where it took me a long time to go into those corners and things. And I'm gonna let you go after this, mama, but I want you to hear this. It took me a long time to go into these certain spaces when it comes to his energy. You know, he always was he always was protecting my mom. Always protecting her. Always protecting her. Because he felt like she didn't have no protection. He felt like she couldn't protect herself. And so he knew that if he moved around, or if he moved to wherever, even if he got with somebody else, whatever the case may be, that if his energy wasn't there, that she wouldn't be looked at. But she was always gonna be the one that was gonna be looked at, because my mama stand out. She stand out just like I do. I get that from her. We stand out. It don't matter what we done, who we didn't. It don't fucking matter. None of that. We always stand out. And so he knew that, and he knew that I would stand out even more. And so, he moved around, but my dad, my father, he most definitely, when I tell you that he is the archetype of the divine masculine energy that is here on this earth, that is deeply embedded and rooted in this earth, that has made very, 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 very significant choices for humanity and the forward movement. Okay? When I tell you that the energy of this man, okay, the eye of Horus. Let's just say that he's connected to the eye of Horus, which connect me to the eye of Horus, the truth. I seen it. So, um, and then her being, he places her above that. My father placed my mom above me. He does, because he know without her it would be no me. And so that I'm just very grateful and thankful. And this is just some real shit, man. This is actually like, you feel me, new shit. We finna make magic with this right here, man. I'm gonna let it go. I love you guys. Mama, thank you for getting on here and talking. I appreciate you.
Okay.
I'm gonna holler at you in a minute.
All right, bye-bye.
All right. Anyway, so let me get to it. I'm like, what the heck? So justice. Nobody want to listen to the truth. All right. Judgment. Justice and judgment. Let's leave it at that. It's been here for so long. And then what I'm gonna do, and it's a trip because we got the death card, right? Again, they keep coming out. Let me put one more card and I'm gonna let y'all go. 11 is significant. This one was coming out. Ooh, the magician and this card. Wow. It says new beginnings, sadness, loss, and grief. So I'm seeing like a choice. If there is a choice, it's a deliverance, right? It's a deliverance within your soul and your spirit that you can make. What you gonna do? That's up to you. I'm gonna leave this here. I love you guys all. I'm gonna close all portals and all doors. I appreciate you guys all for coming and supporting my channel, for supporting, all everything. I love you guys. Thank you. I'm closing my portals. All right.